I bet you didn't know just how strange life on Earth can get. Welcome to Dark Facts, where the impossible becomes reality. In the secret spots of our world, some creatures make us question everything we thought we knew about living things and how they change over time. These aren't made-up stories, but real animals, weird ones that make us think again about what life can be. Come with me as we discover 10 amazing creatures that don't follow nature's rules and show us how much is truly possible. Get ready to have your ideas about life on Earth completely changed. Deep under the ocean, where sunlight never reaches and the water is as black as ink, in a world of darkness and huge pressure, there's a place that's both mysterious and amazingly beautiful. Here, the ghost shark floats around. It's not a real shark, but a chimera, a living fossil from before the dinosaurs. This mysterious creature has lived for millions of years, learning to survive in the toughest places on Earth. Its clear skin shows a delicate map of life, and its empty, milky eyes can see the tiniest sparkles in the deep. These eyes are special. They can spot the smallest movements and flashes of light in the completely dark water. With fins like wings and a bony, almost human face, it glides quietly through the deep like a true ghost. It moves so smoothly, almost like magic, as it easily travels through the ocean's depths. Scientists have only seen it through robot submarines, and each time they see it, it brings up more questions than answers. These rare meetings give us a quick peek into a world that is mostly still a mystery. The ghost shark is a clear reminder of how little we know about our own planet. Even with all our new technology, the deep sea holds many secrets. And the ghost shark is one of its most hidden residents. It's a ghost from the deep, a living puzzle floating in the ocean's endless night. Its existence makes us rethink what we know about life in tough places, and encourages us to keep exploring the deep's mysteries. Life and death, nature's most basic rule, but one tiny jellyfish, the Turritopsis dohrnii, changes everything we thought we knew about that rule. When it's in danger, it can turn back its life clock, changing from an adult back into a baby, starting its life all over again. This special trick, called transdifferentiation, lets it avoid dying and, in theory, live forever. Unless it gets sick or eaten, it can live forever, naturally. Scientists are studying its secrets, hoping to learn how to stop aging and fix cells. The immortal jellyfish is a living puzzle, showing us that even death isn't always the end. It just floats calmly in the ocean, holding one of nature's biggest secrets. Sometimes the tiniest creatures hide the most amazing mysteries. The octopus is a master of the sea, but what happens when it ventures onto land? Footage from Western Australia amazed scientists. Octopus tetrachus crawling on purpose across rocks and sand, hunting in tide pools. This sea animal, without any bones, moved with smarts and grace, surprising everyone. Its journey on land showed it could adapt and solve problems much better than we ever thought. This tree-climbing octopus, as some call it, makes us rethink where animals are supposed to live. When nature sees a chance, it can push creatures to do things that seem impossible. This octopus is making its own new rules, one suction cup at a time. Sometimes nature's limits are not as strict as we imagine. Deep inside the huge, untouched wild areas of North America, where the trees are super old and the snow makes everything quiet, there's a story that people who go far into the wild keep telling. Hunters and trackers, who have spent many years in nature, talk quietly about the shadow wolf, a creature they both fear and respect. This giant black-furred animal is said to live in the deepest parts of the forest, only showing up when the moon is high and everything is still. It's not like any normal wolf. It doesn't leave any tracks, like it's a ghost made from the night itself. Trackers, who are really good at spotting even the smallest clues, are totally confused. Where the shadow wolf is seen, there are no paw prints in the snow. No broken branches, no messed up dirt, just a perfect, untouched scene. It's like the creature floats above the ground, leaving everything exactly as it was. By nature's rules, an animal this big and strong should leave signs, like squashed snow, broken branches, a path to follow. But the shadow wolf seems to break all the rules, moving through the forest as if it lives in a world just beyond ours, impossible to touch or see. Even the best technology can't figure it out. Night vision goggles and thermal cameras, which help us see in the dark, don't work on this phantom. The shadow wolf gives off no heat, so it's invisible to these sensors, disappearing as if it was never there at all. People who have caught a glimpse of it are left wondering if they saw it at all. Is the shadow wolf just something they imagined because they were scared, or could it really be a creature that breaks all the rules of science? The doubt stays with them, bothering those who have gotten too close. Around campfires, stories are told, tales that have been passed down for many years. The small details might change, but the main part is always the same. A dark shape, a scary feeling, a mystery that just won't go away. How similar these stories are is too strange to ignore, making even people who usually don't believe in such things feel a bit uneasy. The shadow wolf is always just out of reach, seen only for a second out of the corner of your eye, or right before it disappears into the darkness. It stays a scary puzzle, a living shadow that slips away before anyone can truly understand it. Some mysteries live among us, hidden in the quiet forest, unseen and unexplained, reminding us that nature still has secrets we can't understand. Deep inside New Zealand's Waitomo caves, the ceiling shines like a living galaxy. This amazing sight is made by tiny glowworms called Arachnocampa luminosa. These little worms stick to the cave ceilings. They spin sticky threads and use a cool, blue-green light to attract their food. The hungrier a glowworm is, the brighter it shines. This light tricks insects into thinking they're seeing stars. Once caught, the insects are pulled in. It's a beautiful but dangerous trap. Floating through these caves feels like you're drifting under a quiet sky full of hungry stars. Here, the sky is actually a cave ceiling, and the stars are hunters. Even in complete darkness, life finds a way to make its own light. The Waitomo glow worms show us that nature's amazing sights can be both stunning and a little scary. Near volcanic vents in the Pacific, scientists found the Yeti crab, Kiwa hirsuta. It lives in a world of super hot water and bad chemicals. Its claws are covered in silky fur, which is actually thick patches of bacteria. This crab is blind and ghostly white. It grows these bacteria, waving its arms through water rich in minerals to feed its own little garden. It lives where almost nothing else can, doing well in a hot, toxic place. The Yeti crab made us rethink where life can actually exist. It carries its own little world, growing food on its body right next to an underwater volcano. Life is super tough, even in a place that's like hell on earth. The Yeti crab shows us how life can survive no matter what. Our eyes only see a tiny bit of what's real. The world we see is limited by what our senses can pick up, leaving huge parts of it unexplored and unseen. What if, just beyond what we can see, whole other worlds exist, full of life and movement, but totally invisible to us? What if there's life in the spaces we can't even notice? Imagine a hidden dimension, woven right into our everyday sky, where mysterious things move around freely, but no human eyes ever see them. Now let's talk about rods, or skyfish. These puzzling, rod-shaped things that have confused people for many years. These strange shapes are only caught on slow-motion video. You can't see them at all with your own eyes. They seem to fly incredibly fast, with wavy, wing-like parts that ripple as they zip through the air. Their movements are so quick and smooth, it's like they're breaking the rules of physics, leaving scientists and sky watchers scratching their heads. People have reported seeing these mysterious rods all over the world, from far-off mountains to busy city skies. Some people say they're just mistakes made by cameras, like tricks of light and movement. But, because they keep showing up in videos from different places and times, it keeps the mystery alive, making people argue and wonder. Could there be life forms that exist at a different speed of time, living whole lives in the blink of an eye? If so, these creatures would be just as real as any animal we know, they just operate on a timeline we can't understand. The skyfish mystery makes us question what we think we know about the world around us. Are we the only ones in the sky? Or are we just blind to the life that shares our air? The air around us might be full of unseen life, moving too fast for us to notice. Just like the deep ocean hides creatures we can't even imagine, the sky above might be hiding its own ghosts, just waiting to be found. Sometimes, the biggest mysteries are right in front of us. Maybe if we look a little closer, we might catch a glimpse of the hidden things that share our world, reminding us that reality is much stranger and more amazing than we ever thought. Floating on the ocean's surface is Glaucus atlanticus, the blue dragon, a sea slug that looks like a living work of art. Its shimmering blue body and wing-like parts help it hide against the sky and sea. But its beauty hides danger. The blue dragon eats the poisonous Portuguese man, O war, taking and storing its stinging cells. Its sting becomes even stronger than the creature it eats. You don't see them often, but these tiny creatures wash up on shore like lost jewels after storms. The blue dragon shows us that nature's art can be just as deadly as it is pretty. Sometimes, the most amazing creatures are real. In the ocean, made-up stories and real life often mix together. In Chile's Atacama Desert, a tiny mummified skeleton sparked global debate. Was it alien or human? Nicknamed Ata, its long head and small size were really puzzling. Years of guessing ended when DNA tests showed Ata was human, a local girl with very rare genetic changes. Her looks were caused by serious health problems, not by being from another planet. The mystery changed from an alien story to a sad human one. Ata's short life ended quietly, only to become famous worldwide. Sometimes the weirdest puzzles come from our own bodies. The Atacama Enigma reminds us that the truth can be just as strange as made-up stories. Imagine a woodlouse the size of a house cat. Meet the giant isopod, a real-life monster of the deep. Living thousands of meters below the surface, these armored scavengers can grow over 50 centimeters long, with 14 legs, 2 sets of antennae, and eerie reflective eyes. They patrol the abyss, feasting on fallen carcasses. Their slow metabolism lets them survive years without food. The giant isopod is a living fossil, unchanged for hundreds of millions of years. It's a reminder that the deep sea is a realm of giants and nightmares. Sometimes the most alien creatures are found right here on Earth. The ocean's depths hold monsters beyond imagination. We've traveled from the deepest parts of the ocean to the driest deserts, finding animals that break all the rules of nature. These creatures show us that what life can be is much weirder than we ever thought. From jellyfish that never die to the yeti crab living in super hot water, each one is a mystery that makes us rethink what we know. The 10 creatures we've looked at are just the start. Nature's story is still being told. The world is full of secrets waiting to be discovered. Want a part 2? The next creatures are even stranger. If you enjoyed this journey, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss the next unbelievable creatures we uncover.